Hi everybody, and welcome to Hong Kong. This is the Hong Kong Science Park, and by the way, this is the iconic Hong Kong Science Park egg, the architectural marvel and the local POI. And I'm dialing in from Insilico Hong Kong headquarters, so where I'm based, and we will have to do the show today ourselves. I could have hired a vendor, but I prefer to create content ourselves, this kind of content, because it's just more exciting. And we also like to invest the money into the actual platform development to help you get more value from the product. So currently, Insilico is a company which is spanning the entire globe. So we span pretty much every time zone. I'm based here in Hong Kong. We also have a site in Taipei, Shanghai, Suzhou, Montreal, Canada, New York, San Francisco. That's where our Chief Business Development is based, so reach out to her as well. Today we're going to show you the most exciting update to date of our Pharma.AI platform. Pharma.AI platform is the platform that allows you to go end-to-end in drug discovery and development and formulate novel hypotheses for diseases, discover novel targets, identify small molecules with the desired properties, generate novel molecules with the desired properties, and predict the outcomes of clinical trials. So those are the three main elements of the Pharma.AI platform, PandaOmics, Chemistry 42, and InClinico. And I don't want to steal a thunder from my team, but most of those new elements that we're going to showcase today can blow your mind. So the most important part of our platform, most important feature, is that it's validated. And it's validated kamikaze style. We have 31 therapeutic programs that are derived from our AI platform. And those pipeline elements come either from all the way target discovery, novel chemistry, prediction of clinical trials outcomes, or that's called AI discovered and AI designed therapeutic. Our program 1, which is currently in human clinical trials, is like that. But we also have some targets that are a little bit more validated, where we started with a more known target, started with chemistry 42, generated small molecules, and are nearing clinical trials on humans. So that is pretty cool, and that costs you a lot of money to validate. So in our case, we're one of the very, very few companies in the world in AI that also opens the platform commercially as either software as a service, or you can install some of those platforms on your premises. And today we're going to showcase some of the new properties like knowledge graphs that PandaOmics has acquired, many new models in Chemistry 42, and in InClinico, we're actually going to show you live demos of how we predict the clinical trials outcomes. So today I'm going to be presenting from Hong Kong. Alex Aliper is our president and head of AI, is going to present from the UAE, and our head of platforms, Petrina Kamia, is going to present from Montreal, Canada. We will also have our director of IT present from Montreal, Canada, and show some really fun stuff in VR and AR, so wait for it. And I'll tell you a very quick story. So Insilico is very intertwined and entrenched into the NVIDIA ecosystem. So we were technically born at the NVIDIA GTC conference. One of my friends and former colleagues at ATI Technologies, Phil Eisler, he moved to NVIDIA, and in 2014 he calls me up and says, Alex, why don't you come and present at our GTC and participate in the early company challenge? So we managed to very rapidly prepare for the presentation, came and presented. We were one of the finalists. We didn't win, but we got to meet the entire ecosystem of NVIDIA. And of course, my role model, Jensen Huang, was keynoting and presenting wonderful vision for deep learning in pretty much every field. But drug discovery was lacking. And I decided to put all my resources, I sold everything I had and put it into Insilico and decided to focus on deep learning for drug discovery. And we were originally AI first. Then I met my co-pilot and the co-CEO called Dr. Ren, Harvard PhD, 11 years at GSK, and then he helped list a company called Medicine. It's a contract research organization, went to $8 billion. Then he joined me and started performing miracles using our AI platform. But in the beginning, we were AI first, and we relied very heavily on NVIDIA. We still rely very heavily on NVIDIA, and we try to learn from them, the best practices. They managed to turn the boring semiconductor industry into something that is truly exciting and amazing. So now high school kids watch GTC. I never missed GTC. I actually spoke at GTC multiple times, and it gives me great pleasure, and I'm deeply honored to have Jensen Huang present Insilico today. So Jensen, thank you so much for joining us. The floor is yours. Please do the honors. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. And hello to my friends at Insilico and the biotechnology industry. Computing is going through the most significant change since the invention of the microprocessor. Accelerated computing and AI are driving this fundamental shift. AI is software that writes software and is revolutionizing science and industry. And nowhere is the impact of AI going to be more profound than digital biology and healthcare. AI's ability to learn incredibly complex patterns and relationships has given researchers a powerful tool to decipher the meaning of DNA, proteins, and chemicals, and explore the vast universe of drug discovery at light speed. Accelerating DNA sequencing, protein structure prediction, novel drug synthesis, and virtual drug screening. At the heart of this revolution are large language models, giant models that have learned the language of chemistry and biology. I've known Alex and Insilico since their very beginning. For the past decade, Insilico has come to our NVIDIA GTC conferences, presenting their breakthroughs in AI. And we have been privileged to support them through NVIDIA Inception, our accelerator program for promising startups. Today, Insilico is at the forefront of the digital biology revolution. Insilico identified a potentially new cellular target and treatment for idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, a chronic lung disease which results in irreversible decline in lung function. They conjured up a novel drug in less than 18 months for pennies on the dollar, compared to traditional drug discovery methods. It has been inspiring to witness the remarkable journey and progress of Insilico, and it has been a privilege for all of us at NVIDIA as we pioneered accelerated computing and AI to contribute to the digital biology revolution that is upon us. Congratulations on the launch of Insilico's Pharma.AI.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Hong Kong. Alex Javrankov from Hong Kong Science Park, that's our headquarters. It gives me great privilege to introduce Alex Aliper, my co-founder, our president, and head of AI platforms, dialing in from Abu Dhabi in the UAE. Alex did his PhD partly under me, so we know each other over 13 years, and he supported me from the very beginning. So very few people believed that deep learning is going to perform well in target discovery in 2013, 2014. Alex was with me, and he implemented many of my projects that came from the vision that AI can transform pharma. Then, when we switched into chemistry, we extended our capabilities in chemistry in 2015, 2016, many people decided to leave because they thought that it was completely crazy, because we bet pretty much everything we had on generative chemistry. That time, nobody believed in it. Alex stayed with me, and he helped me execute on that vision. So now, Chemistry 42 is out there partly thanks to him. And he is going to be presenting the features that we've acquired in pretty much every platform, but mostly he's going to focus on InClinico because that's our actually oldest and most important project that we had in the company, where we tried to predict the phase 2 to phase 3 transitions in the pipelines of big pharmaceutical companies. Then we realized that big pharmaceutical companies actually don't want to know. They don't want to have an outsider telling them to terminate phase 2s. And we decided to look at what other customer base is out there for this product, and we realized that it's hedge funds and banks. So hopefully we'll be able to demonstrate the value to some of this new audience of this tool, because small and medium type biotechs are extremely sensitive to clinical trial outcomes, and they can go up and down in price. And we try to work with the best of human analysts to ensure that our InClinico pipeline is performing better than humans, better than the best of the humans, and together they allow to have a lot of great value to be created. So Alex Alper is going to dial in from our new office in Abu Dhabi. We have not announced it. We have just over 30 people in AI there, predominantly being hired in European countries. And it's a wonderful place. So we are at IRENA, is the Institute for Renewable Energy Association, and International Renewable Energy Association. And it's a wonderful place, fully sustainable, allows us to collaborate with many local stakeholders, and it's a very nice neutral place for everybody. So Alex, the floor is yours.
Hello everyone, greetings from our new AI R&D site in UAE, and welcome to Insilico 2022 Pharma.AI platform release day. We're really happy to be back together again. Since our inception in 2014, we have been continuously focused on developing and refining our proprietary end-to-end AI-powered drug discovery and development platform called Pharma.AI. This platform seamlessly integrates biology, chemistry, and clinical development capabilities, and aims to capture every essential step of drug discovery and development process. While the development of drug candidates remains costly, time-consuming, and inherently uncertain, our goal is for our platform to more rapidly bring novel life-saving medicines to patients while decreasing the cost of the overall process. For each component of the Pharma.AI platform, we have established a marketed software product. PandaOmics is the ultimate product for target discovery. Chemistry 42 is our generative chemistry engine, and InClinico is our tool for clinical trial outcome prediction. We aim to disrupt traditional approaches to drug discovery and development through the application of the platform, both for our internal pipeline and externally through our collaborations and licensing agreements. We have established over 30 R&D collaborations with biopharmaceutical companies and entered into numerous agreements to out-license our software to biopharma and academia. These collaborations and licensing agreements provide important external validation of the potential of our platform. Importantly, the development and continued refinement of our Pharma.AI platform is driven by the guidance and expertise of our team of biologists, chemists, drug developers, and AI experts. Our global team, with a presence in the United States, Canada, Middle East, and Asia, has been assembled to complement the continuous evolution of our platform. It's been just over 2 years since we launched our first software product, a tool for target discovery called PandaOmics. Since then, we have made multiple advancements in technology and published cutting-edge applications of the platform. This year, we published a breakthrough study showcasing the prowess of PandaOmics in application to one of the most challenging and devastating diseases, ALS. Using PandaOmics platform, we identified and experimentally validated 8 novel therapeutic targets against this disease. We have been and remain committed to bringing the cutting-edge technology, the innovative software products and services to global biopharma industry. Today, we're excited to introduce the next generation of Pharma.AI platform. And now, back to Alex.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Insilico Hong Kong one more time. It's still nighttime, but when it's nighttime here, it is early morning in Montreal, Canada. And in Montreal, Canada, we have the head of Pharma.AI platform, Dr. Petrina Kamia, who is actually a wonderful computational chemist who progressed through the ranks at Insilico and now has the entire platform. She helped us integrate all of those platforms together for the purposes of licensing them to big pharmaceutical companies, small biotechnology companies, and academia. We also have Dr. Daniel Polikovsky, who is our director of IT and the father of many of those new features that you are going to see today. So hopefully he is just as excited as I am. He just recently moved from Israel to Montreal and is building the team there. So we are hiring and we want you to join us. So please join our wonderful team in Montreal. And Petrina, Daniel, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Alex. Welcome to Montreal, the home of Insilico. My name is Petrina, and I am head of AI platforms.
Hi, my name is Daniel, and I am IT director.
At Insilico Medicine, we strongly believe that the best validation of any platform comes from rigorous testing and feedback in real-world settings using real-world data. This is one of the main reasons why we have made Pharma.AI available to all. We are democratizing AI for drug discovery. Pharma.AI currently consists of PandaOmics, Chemistry 42, and InClinico. PandaOmics is a powerful hypothesis-building engine for target discovery and pathway analysis. The platform leverages multi-omics data, clinical trial data, and publications to build a data-driven, actionable hypothesis regarding which targets and corresponding pathways are most implicated in a disease. PandaOmics is a target discovery engine and an interactive intelligent disease encyclopedia.
Okay, Petrina, let's see what the team has prepared for us. We have been developing PandaOmics since 2014 to address the biological aspects of AI-based drug discovery, from its early days as a theoretical algorithm to a validated unique tool for identifying novel targets. We have been developing PandaOmics to identify targets implicated in some of the most challenging diseases, including cancer, fibrosis, and ALS. We're excited to announce a transformer-based knowledge graph, cross-data set comparison, and data harmonization in PandaOmics 3.0 Fleming, which remarkably enhances the experience of omics data analysis and target discovery process. Let's get started by viewing the most appealing features in this release, the knowledge graph and the cross-data set harmonization. A knowledge graph is a network linking genes, diseases, chemical compounds, and biological processes, where each relation between nodes is supported by publications. We can find knowledge graphs on the Publications tab, accessible on the Gene, Disease, and Association pages. The neural network of special architecture, the transformer neural network, was trained to extract biological knowledge from the listed papers. Abstract and associated keywords will be shown by hitting the title of each publication. We can select either of these 5 network layouts to visualize the connections among the biological entities. The interactive graph allows us to click on genes and diseases, rearrange nodes, and use zoom and pan functions. The relationship between each pair of nodes is indicated in the legend by arrows or line segments.
With the cross-dataset comparison feature, PandaOmics is now capable of simultaneously analyzing several datasets in order to enhance the statistical power of the platform. The novel data harmonization function on the Dataset tab in the Dataset Manager allows us to merge multiple datasets together. Batch correction is essential to improve the quality of the results and correct for possible batch effects. To create cross-dataset comparison, we can expand the group lists of the 2 datasets, select our sample groups of interest, and assign case or control groups accordingly. Chemistry 42 is an AI-driven platform that combines the ideation power of generative algorithms with the robustness of physics-based methods. Whether you're looking to discover or design a hit or optimize and fine-tune a lead molecule, Chemistry 42 has the toolbox for you. Thanks to feedback from our clients, the platform has evolved to be powerful, customizable, and well-suited to tackling real-world problems that drug hunters face when designing therapeutics.
Throughout the years, we have continued improving Chemistry 42's core AI algorithms and adapting them to more challenging drug discovery tasks. Today, we announce the second major release of Chemistry 42, Chemistry 42 2.0 Likun. Our chemistry, AI, and development teams have been working days and nights to pack it with the many features you've been asking for. We extended the platform to solve new problems and made it easier to use. Chemistry 42 has 3 core components: generative models for exploring the chemical space and finding the best structures, a reward function that guides the models and tells them which structures are the best, and annotation tools that help users decide which molecular structures should they select. Chemistry 42 2.0 is a leap release for the AI backbone of the platform. The experiments discover better structures for all reference setups, and we achieved a performance boost for all case studies. We revised how generative models collaborate and improved the precision of chemical space exploration. The reward function also gained many additions. First, we proudly announced the update of our synthetic complexity estimation module, RSA 2.0. We can now accurately predict how easy it is to synthesize the molecules and optimize towards simpler structures.
In the latest version of Chemistry 42, we introduced a new pocket ligand interaction score, PLI. PLI approximates binding affinity, a core metric in predicting a structure's activity. PLI incorporates information about different types of interactions to improve its precision. In 2.0, we further improved PLI, incorporating fine-tuned parameters for different pocket types. Now, let's talk about annotation. In many cases, users want to know information about the absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion, ADME, of generated structures. These properties are crucial for the latest stages of drug discovery. A few months ago, we created a dedicated team that is solely focused on developing state-of-the-art predictive models for ADME properties. In 2.0, we have included 11 ADME models for annotating the generated structures. In each upcoming release, we will extend this list with additional properties.
We also received multiple requests from users to be able to play around with the generated structures, investigate how small modifications can influence the scores, and test alternative structures. 2.0 introduces a new feature, Refiner, a tool that allows users to sketch structures and analyze their scores. Finally, we're introducing a new Chemistry 42-based add-on, Golden Cubes. Golden Cubes are kinase activity models. Kinases are known for their off-targets. When you affect one, other kinases are also often affected, leading to severe side effects. Golden Cubes provide a general framework for developing kinase activity models, and we start with 30 models against these targets in 2.0, and future versions will expand this list. We are sure that users will love these new features. Chemistry 42 is rapidly evolving, and this update is the largest update of the platform so far. We have an aggressive roadmap ahead, and Chemistry 42 will receive many more updates along the way.
InClinico is the latest addition to our Pharma.AI suite. It is a comprehensive framework that we developed to predict and optimize the outcomes of clinical trial phase transitions. The core utility of InClinico is in empowering end users with the ability to predict a clinical trial's probability of success as it transitions from one stage to the next, and to understand why the trial has been predicted to succeed or fail.
We've been developing InClinico for a while now, and today we're releasing version 1.0. We will highlight its capabilities, but please join us on a dive-in session on November 17th for more details. InClinico helps you investigate current and past trials and pin down the properties affecting their success or failure. InClinico uses many data sources to make a prediction. It takes information about blinding, randomization, and clinical trial sites. It uses our proprietary biomedical knowledge graph to analyze a profile of the drug's mechanism of action to make accurate predictions. We use information about disease classification, signaling pathways, as well as past clinical trials for the given mechanism of action and disease. We also look into patients' eligibility criteria, including specific comorbidities to be excluded and patient pre-treatment status. ADME tox profile of the drug is also one of the key features for investigating therapeutic window and side effects. All this is captured by InClinico's state-of-the-art ensemble of machine learning models, including deep graph neural networks. If you are conducting a clinical trial, we want to help you improve its probability of success. InClinico provides actionable insights and reports impact of each trial's property. Our engine shows over 80% precision on quasi-prospective validation.
Here are the main features of our new release. InClinico gives you a comprehensive clinical trial database to scout for clinical catalysts that drive growth in pharmaceutical companies. We give you the opportunity to research clinical trials under a microscope and get insight into why a trial is going to succeed or fail. The target choice model estimates the relevance of the drug's mechanism of action for a given disease. This model was built upon our proprietary biomedical graph.
InClinico also models the impact of patient eligibility criteria on the probability of trial success, and you can learn which eligibility criteria to add or remove to optimize the scores. If you plan to conduct a clinical trial, you can score it with InClinico to get 360-degree report covering impacts of all input modalities on the scores. This is just the first step of our journey to clinical trials, and we can't wait to see how the users will uncover the knowledge from data and reports that we provide.
We also embrace new technologies and integrate them into the workings of our platforms. To that end, I would like to introduce Michael Antonov, and one of the initial investors in Nanome and Insilico Medicine, to say a few words about these technologies.
Over to you, Mike.
Hello, my name is Michael Antonov, formerly with Oculus and Facebook. Today I'm dedicating a lot of my time with Formic Ventures towards longevity technology, and I'm particularly interested in drug discovery with AI and robotics. One of my early investments was actually Insilico Medicine, which is a company creating molecules with help of AI and finding great therapeutics. Another company I'm interested in and I've invested in is Nanome, which has created a VR protein viewing tool where you can look at the structures and molecules and perceive them from all sides collaboratively. Now today I'm excited to be a part of the Insilico's Pharma.AI launch day, where they'll be showing off their technology together with Nanome. Insilico generates molecules in much the same way that we can get art today with deepfakes by using AI. And in this case, you'll be able to see these generated molecules and how they fit within the protein of interest. So I hope you enjoy the demo, and in case you haven't used these products yet, perhaps you should.
You have heard Michael talk about the technology. Now, let me show you how it works with molecules designed using Chemistry 42. So we are here in VR with Steve McCloskey, founder and CEO of Nanome. We loaded a file containing CDK20 protein with the molecular structure we generated against it using Chemistry 42. So why are we interested in this target? Well, in 2020, AlphaFold predicted protein structures for the whole human genome, and we investigated if we can apply Chemistry 42 for generated folding. We were interested in a disease called hepatocellular carcinoma and identified CDK20 as a prominent target using our PandaOmics platform. We used AlphaFold's CDK20 protein structure and generated active compounds with Chemistry 42. After only 2 rounds of generation, we produced the structure which showed IC50 of 33 nanomolars.
Certainly looks like an interesting compound. So the AI actually generated multiple generations, or how did your team come to actually pick this compound?
Yes, we did 2 rounds of generation in Chemistry 42. In the first round, we identified first hits. We synthesized them and tested them. We then used lead optimization pipeline in Chemistry 42 to discover a structure with higher activity.
So yeah, you have these 4 main aromatic rings. You kind of also have this back portion, which is, we could see at the front of the pocket interacting with the glutamate 90, as you said. That's right there. And this kind of fits in somewhat like that, I believe. All right. So yeah, we could see these are more precise hydrogen bonds that we've calculated here. As you can see in the blue. So yeah, still very strong with asparagine 87. And then we also actually have some pi-pi interactions happening back here with the aromatic ring. So that's also a pretty cool interaction we didn't see earlier. Yeah, other than that, it's the same, hydrogen bond network, that asparagine 87, MET84, lysine 33, and asparagine 145. Thanks, Anil. It was nice looking at your compounds in virtual reality or mixed reality with the new MediQuest Pro. And yeah, we're excited as Insilico Medicine pushes their pipeline through the clinic and hopefully gets this into patients someday.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back in Hong Kong. Before our grand finale, I wanted to point out just one more thing. So please do go to insilico.com and find the category called Docusthon. You might wonder what it is, and it is a hackathon for a documentary. So during my travels all over the world, I realized that very few people understand drug discovery and development. Very few people understand how many steps it takes, how costly it is, and how low probability the process is. So it fails much more often than it succeeds, especially if you start from a novel target going all the way into clinic when the patient gets the product. The probability of success is 5 to 1%. So it's actually very low. And some politicians are even nowadays talking about decreasing the level of collaboration between East and West or any other geographies, looking at how to compress the process within one country. But it's a truly global process. It's extremely expensive and requires a village to solve a disease that affects pretty much everybody on the planet equally. And what we decided to do when we started our first anti-fibrotic program from scratch, from novel target, we decided to start filming a documentary. So we knew that at some point in time we may fail, but so far so good. And from target discovery all the way into human clinical trials, we were generating footage all over the world showing how drugs are discovered and developed. So now we have over 140 hours of high quality footage shot in different locations using different key opinion leaders. We have Nobel laureates, we have AI experts, we have our own drug discovery experts showing how the process is done. And we offer it to the students at universities who are working in filmmaking, also to filmmakers specializing in documentaries, to take this footage and have a chance to tell the entire story through the lens of their imagination and through their documentary filmmaking experience. We are going to ask for a short form documentary and a longer form documentary. Those documentaries are going to be evaluated by expert judges, and we're going to have prizes. And hopefully, if you are in the pharmaceutical industry and in the community, please do come up with a prize. And maybe you can also provide some content. We want to turn this into something that other people do as well, because to my knowledge, that's the industry's first of this kind, first Docusthon. We want to ensure that we educate the entire world on the pharmaceutical drug discovery and development and introduce more people to this wonderful concept, because it takes a village and we do need to solve diseases. Those are the real enemies, and our war is with diseases and aging. So thank you very much for watching, and now we're going to open for the Q&A.